Thank you, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Did you try yesterday's programs? Did you try yesterday's programs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I want, what is the list? What is a list? C6. What is a list? I want everybody to switch on your cameras, please. What is a list? Did you try all the programs?
Ma'am,
Yeah, please.
a list is a array that can store a group of elements which are in a specified order,
Okay.
but different data types
Okay.
and lists are also mutable.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Lists are mutable. So what is the difference between an array and a list? Next roll number, Amma. A7. Raven.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between an array and a list?
Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am.
Okay. Roll number 77.
Ma'am, array can store only one type of elements. List can store different type of elements, ma'am.
Good, good. Yes. List can store different types of elements.
Yeah.
So what are the different ways to access lists? C7. C7. Whether you know or not, please respond fast. Roll number 98. What are the different ways to access the elements of the list?
Different ways to access the element of list.
D0.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know.
Why you did not go through the slide? You
No,
did not
ma'am.
execute the programs yesterday's?
No, ma'am. I don't have laptop.
Every day I'll be asking you questions so that it will be a recap for you. Okay, it will be a revision also. Roll number 70. What are the different ways to access the elements of a list?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why are you not present in the class yesterday?
I was present, ma'am.
Then why you
I
are
didn't practice,
busy in
ma'am.
doing what?
List of function I didn't practice.
What? A bit louder.
List of functions, ma'am.
Okay, so a list is an array which consists of group of items, and these items they can belong to different data types. So the difference between a list and array is array can store only homogeneous data type, whereas a list can store different data types. Okay, a list is always represented using a set of square brackets, and the elements of a list are separated by commas. So that is the recap of the yesterday's class. So what are the different ways of accessing the elements of a list? The elements of a list can be accessed using positive indexing and negative indexing. Positive indexing, the index always starts from 0, and if n is the length of the list, so it will be taking the values from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, is that okay? So in the case of negative indexing, the elements are numbered from right, starting from -1 till the length of the list. So whenever you say student of 0, for the given list student, you will be accessing the first element of the list. Okay, so we can use a range function in a list. A range is a function which is used to generate a sequence of integers. A range function always takes a start index, end index, followed by a step. So if you don't specify the value of your step variable, it implies that it is by default 1. So the increment will be done by 1. Whenever you want to increment it by more than 1, you have to specify the step variable in a range function. So you know how to concatenate two lists. Two lists can be concatenated using a plus operator. So whenever you can initialize two lists, and whenever you want to concatenate two lists, you can use a plus operator. Whenever you want to repeat a list, you can use an asterisk operator. So what are the different methods which are defined in lists? Maximum will give you the maximum value of the list. Minimum will give you the minimum value of the list. Sum will give you sum of all the values of the list, and the length function will return always the length of the list. There are two kinds of operators, membership operators called in and not in. They always return a Boolean value, either true or false. And also you have an identity operator called is. It is used to compare two lists. Whenever it finds the two strings equal, it always returns true, because two strings will be pointing to the same object. Whenever you make use of an is operator, it always returns true if both the strings are equal. So this is the most important part of your list. That is, whenever you want to use a loop inside a list, the syntax will be expression for item in iterable and followed by your if condition. So this is the syntax you have to follow whenever you want to use a for loop and an if condition inside a list. Is that clear? Am I clear? Please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yes, you can concatenate two lists, and you can also arrange them in ascending order using a function called sort. Please be careful whenever you want to text. Whenever you want to text and whenever you want to speak, there is a protocol you have to follow. Okay, Amma? So I want you to execute all the programs by today's evening, so that it will be easy for you for tomorrow's lab. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for tomorrow's lab. See here, this is one more example. I have taken a list here. So, and here a list is containing heterogeneous data types. If you can see this, a list is containing an integer followed by a string, float, a character, and followed by two integer variables. Okay, so two integer values. So this list is a mixed list of elements, and I want to retrieve only the integer values from this list. So how am I going to do this? So for this, I'm trying to rewrite on the same list by taking the value of x. I am reading the value of x from the list and I'm checking the value of the x, each value of the x, whether it belongs to integer data type or not. For this, I am making use of the function type. Type of x is always checked whether it is equal to integer or not. Double equal to always implies it is a comparison operator. Okay. Am I clear? So whenever I try to print the list, this list is going to print only the integers, omitting the string, float, and character data types. So I'm getting only the integer values. Am I clear? Is that clear or you want me to repeat? Please respond. I want everybody, please switch on your cameras.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Yesterday I told you there are certain set of methods which we can apply on lists. So these are the set of methods which we can apply on your list. Append is a method. Whenever you want to append an element to a list, you can use it using a function append of value. So here there is a list containing some 4 elements and I'm trying to append a new value into this list. So for this, I have to say list dot append function. And in this append function, I'm giving the element. So I am trying to add 43 value to the list and I'm trying to print that list. So you can see that the value 43 is appended into the list. Is that okay? Coming to the next function, copy. So here copy, aliasing and cloning, all the 3 terms that they mean the same thing. We are trying to copy 2 lists here. Okay. We have already a list with the integer elements. You can see LST is our list and we are trying to copy all the elements of the list LST into another list called LST2. And we are trying to print that list. But we got it as an empty list. Why we got the output as empty? I want to know. Please respond.
Clear.
Because of the function clear. So because I'm using the clear function, what the clear function will do? The clear function will clear all the elements of the list and it always returns an empty list. Because of that reason, whenever I try to copy the list into another new list, it is only copying the empty list, but not any elements because the previous list is already cleared. Okay. So that is the reason I got an empty list as an output. Now again I am trying to take the same list and I am trying to copy the content of the list into another new list, that is your list 2. And I am trying to print those contents. So again I am getting the output 10, 23, 34 and 45. Okay. So this is the application of your copy function. So we can copy 2 lists. There is one more function called count. And this count function, it always takes the occurrence of an element or a character. And whenever you give that as an input to a count function, it always counts the number of occurrences of that particular element. I have taken a character list here. And if you observe this list, I have an alphabet A occurring 2 times. So whenever I say list dot count of A, it is giving as 2 because A has occurred 2 times in this list. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Going to the next function, extend. Extend is a function. Whenever you want to use this function, you will be adding the contents of the list into the existing list. So here you have 2 lists, list 1 and list 2. Whenever I say list 1 dot extend list 2, all the elements of list 2 are added to your list 1. So whenever I try to print the contents of list 1, I am trying to get the contents of both the lists. You can observe here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 followed by the contents of your list 2. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have one more function called index. So whenever I want to know the index of any element in the list by using index function, index is, it always takes an element as an input. Whenever you say list1 dot index of element, it will be displaying the index of that particular element in that list. So here I have given to find the index of the element 11. So the index of the element 11 is here 5. So 5 value is displayed. Okay. And you have one more function called insert. So insert is going to take two values as input. One is the index value and the other one is the value to be inserted. So whenever you specify the index value and followed by the value to be inserted, that particular value will be inserted at that index position. So I am trying to say here, the value 231 is to be inserted at the index value 2. So you can observe here 0, 1, 2. At this position, the value 231 is inserted into your list. Most of your cameras are off. May I know what is the reason? Shall I make a note of them? I'll be giving
Power
absent.
cut, ma'am.
I'll not warn you again. This is the last warning. I'm going to put absent for everybody whose video is off. This is the final call. I'm not going to tell you again.
Ma'am, power
Yeah.
cut.
Pardon?
Power cut, ma'am.
Power cut. How many times there will be a power cut? For all of you, there is a power cut.
Arre, see, ma'am. I on my video.
Okay. So next is your sort function. So whenever we apply a sort function on your list, you can see that all the elements are sorted in an ascending order. Okay, you can see this list1 dot sort. I am trying to sort all the values of the list1 and I am trying to print that list. And so in this output list, all the values are sorted. You have one more function called reverse, and this reverse function will reverse all the contents of your list. So I'm saying reverse on list1. So all the contents of the list got reversed and I'm trying to print that list. And there is one more function called remove, and this remove function is going to take an element as an input. So whenever you specify remove that particular element will be removed from the list. A clear function will clear all the elements of the list, whereas a remove function will only remove a particular element from that list. And there is one more function called pop, which will be eliminating the last inserted element of the list. So that is the difference between these three functions. This will be your Viva. A clear function will clear all the contents of your list. A remove function will be removing. Somebody's mic is on. I can hear some disturbance. Please mute yourself. So the difference between a remove function and clear function is the clear function, it always clears all the contents of the list, whereas a remove function will remove only that particular element from the list. And a pop function, it always pops. That means it removes the last inserted element from the list. That is nothing but the last element of your list. That will be your Viva question. You will be given what is the list, what are the different ways of accessing the elements of a list, and what are the different methods that can be implemented with list. You should be able to specify all the list of methods. Please make a note of it. Am I clear? I want you to make a note of it, please. Are you done?
I'm not yet, ma'am.
Okay. Who is ready to share your screen? Yesterday's programs, did you execute? I want at least 2 or 3 to share their screens. Is that okay?
Ma'am,
Yeah, please. Actually, your voice is breaking. Can you please text me in the chat box? Your voice is breaking. It's not clear. Somebody, roll number 70, you were asking some doubt in that Celsius program. Each value of the x is taken because you are giving a for loop
70,
here.
yeah, ma'am.
It is 70 or 71?
I didn't ask, ma'am.
In the 70, I got the message from 70. Sorry, sir. So it is.
Where, ma'am?
No. Oh, it's 68. 68, yes, each value of x is taken from the list and it's whatever the Celsius, it is converted into Fahrenheit and the resultant list will be displayed with all the set of its equivalent Fahrenheit values. Is that clear? Roll number 68, Amma.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And there is one more doubt. Roll number 89, kada? Yes, the append function will always append the value at the end of the list. So whenever you want to append it at any point in the list, you can do it using an insert function. Whenever you say insert and the value of the index and also the value followed by the value, you can insert a particular value at whatever the index you want. Am I clear? Yes, the reverse function is also applicable for strings. You can take the example of a string Meghnad. It is working with strings also. Strings means whenever you take a list of characters, all the list of characters will be reversed using that reverse function.
I mean, list data is in order, right?
Yeah, it's an ordered collection. That is the reason we will be able to use this indexing and slicing on strings. Whereas on sets, because it is an unordered collection, you cannot use slicing or indexing on a set.
Now, what about dictionaries?
Dictionaries in dictionaries, it is again a key value pair, right?
So it is ordered.
Next, pardon me, please repeat.
No, so it is ordered in the dictionary.
Yeah, dictionary is also ordered collection. Yes.
Okay.
Are you done? Length of audio recording to 20 minutes kadamma. Roll number
Yes, ma'am.
69.
18 to 20.
Yes, it is 18 to 20, but please make it to 20. Okay.
Ma'am, ఒక డౌట్
Yeah, please.
మనం పీపీటీలో యూఆర్ఎల్లో కన్వర్ట్ చేసి పెట్టాలి కదా పీపీటీ సపరేట్ వీడియో సపరేట్ పెట్టాలి లేకపోతే రెండు కలిపి పెట్టాలి
రెండు కలిపి పెట్టండమ్మా రెండు కలిపే పెట్టాలి. It is like your Zoom recording, the way which we are doing now. See, because I'm the host, so whenever I present my PPT, even my video is on, right? That is the way you have to put.
Okay.
Strings and numbers, I don't think it is possible. I don't think it's a valid question also. How can you sort strings and numbers together?
Ma'am, completed, ma'am.
I want you to please make a note of this program. It is very important. This integer, so that you will get accustomed to this syntax. That is the main objective. You should be able to write this syntax without any syntax errors. Yeah, you have to upload your video by Saturday. Sure, I'll be repeating insert and index. A0, is your video on? I'll be repeating insert function. In the meanwhile, just you copy this program. So insert is a function. It is going to take two inputs. One is the value of the index and also the value which you want to insert. So whenever you say the index, so the value, whatever the value you are inputting to your index function, that value will be inserted at that index position. Am I clear? A0.
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to switch on your video, please.
Video.
Yeah. Is your video on?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you done? Can I move on to the next slide? Why there are only 61 participants? What about the 4? Extra time, actually extra time I'm not concerned, because you have to check with the HOD ma'am, because I'm not the concerned person. C9 amma. I don't think laptop lekapodam is a big problem. You can take the laptop from any of your friends. C9 evaramma?
Ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Who is C9? You are Vikas.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. ఎవరు లేరా మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎవరు లేరా అమ్మా?
లేరు మ్యామ్, దగ్గర 2 అయిపోయినాయి కానీ ఇంకా 2 ఉన్నాయి మ్యామ్ పీవీటీస్.
చేయాలి, నో చాయిస్. మరి మీరు ఎవరన్నా మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కానీ మీ నైబర్స్ కానీ తీసుకోండి. మరి ఎక్కువ టైం పట్టదమ్మా, చెప్తున్నా కదా. ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ టేక్ మోర్ దాన్ 1 hour. మీరు రిలీజియస్ గా కూర్చుంటే ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ టేక్ మోర్ దాన్ 1 hour టైం. ఎవరో మీ నైబర్స్ కి ఎవరికి ల్యాప్టాప్ లేకుండా ఉంటుందంటే ఎలా?
1 డే పోతుంది ఇక్కడ.
1 డేనా?
ఒక పీపీటీకి.
ఒక పీపీటీకి 1 డే పడుతుందా?
నాకు పడింది మ్యామ్. అర్థం అవ్వలే, ఏం చేయాలి?
నీకు ఎలా పడుతుంది 1 డే ఒక
అర్థం
పీపీటీకి?
అవుతలే మ్యామ్, ఏం చేయాలి?
ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ దొరుకుతలే మ్యామ్.
ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ గూగుల్ చేయండి అమ్మా.
అరే మ్యామ్,
అవి అసలు తెలియని
Google
టాపిక్ కూడా లేదు
I
మ్యామ్.
will type my topic, ma'am. I am not getting.
Don't have any idea about the topic also, ma'am.
జస్ట్ అలా కంగారు పడకండి. ఫస్ట్ మీ టైటిల్ కూర్చొని స్ప్లిట్ చేసి ఒక్కొక్క ఫ్రేజ్ ని వెతకండి అమ్మా. మీకు ఆ లింకింగ్ తెలిసిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా? ఫస్ట్ టైటిల్ కొట్టండి. చెప్పేది వినండి. ఫస్ట్ జస్ట్ ఫాలో మై ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్. ఫస్ట్ టైటిల్ కొట్టండి. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు గెట్ ద కంటెంట్ రిలేటింగ్ టు దట్ టైటిల్, ట్రై టు స్ప్లిట్ ద టైటిల్. మీకు తెలిసిపోతుంది కదా ఎక్కడ మీరు స్ప్లిట్ చేయాలో. ఆ ఫ్రేజెస్ ని మటుకు మళ్ళీ వెతకండి. అండ్ ట్రై టు కోరిలేట్. ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ టేక్ మోర్ దాన్ 2 hours వేసుకోండి. బికాస్ యు ఆర్ సేయింగ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ వెరీ అన్నోన్ టాపిక్.
మేడం మళ్ళీ నేర్చుకోవాలా మేము అది?
నేర్చుకోక్కర్లేదు, కొద్దిగా అర్థం చేసుకోండి అంతే. వాడు నేను
అరే
లిస్ట్
ma'am,
అడిగారు, యు ఆర్
మొత్తము
నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు
అడ్వాన్స్ లెవెల్
ఆన్సర్.
కోడింగ్ ఉంది మ్యామ్ నా టాపిక్ లో.
వాట్ ఈస్ ద టైటిల్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ టాపిక్?
ఓ
You are roll
రీసైజ్
number 70,
ఇమేజెస్
right?
ఇన్ బల్క్ మ్యామ్.
You are
Roll number 70.
Kashifa.
70 మ్యామ్.
Yesterday you are in the class and you are not able to tell how to access the elements of a list. That shows that you are not at all present in the class.
అరే పీపీటీ చూడండి మ్యామ్ ప్లీజ్ మ్యామ్.
పీపీటీ చూస్తానమ్మా, నీ టైటిల్ నాకు పంపు సరేనా?
ఎక్కడ పంపారు మ్యామ్?
వాట్సాప్ లో.
వాట్సాప్ లో
నంబర్ లేదు మ్యామ్ నా దగ్గర.
నంబర్ మీ సిఆర్ ఉన్నాడు కదా, నరసింహ అతని దగ్గర తీసుకో.
ఓకే ఓకే.
అతని దగ్గర తీసుకొని పంపు.
Ma'am, what we should upload for concept video, ma'am?
అదే కదమ్మా ఇప్పుడు జరుగుతోంది. వాట్ ఈస్ ద టైటిల్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ టాపిక్? దట్ ఓన్లీ యూ హ్యావ్ టు అప్లోడ్.
For concept video, ma'am.
యా కాన్సెప్ట్. రేపు జరుగుతుంది కాన్సెప్ట్ వీడియోనా టిక్ టాకా?
TikTok, ma'am.
టిక్ టాకా? కాన్సెప్ట్ వీడియో ఎప్పుడు?
March
28 last date, ma'am.
28th. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ ఇది కానివ్వండి, టిక్ టాక్ కానివ్వండి. యూ విల్ గెట్ ఎ ఫెయిర్ ఐడియా. ఆఫ్టర్ సాటర్డే you will understand. After that, maybe we can think over. Okay, can I move on to the next slide, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you have a list here, and this is the way you can copy two lists. So this will be your Viva question: how to copy two lists. There are 3 ways to copy two lists. One is using a copy function, and the other one is directly you can assign the name of the list so that all the contents of your list will be copied to the new list. So whenever I say print B, all the contents of the list A will be copied to B, and the contents of the list B will be printed using this print function. Am I clear? And similarly, you can also copy a list by using your indexing operator, slicing operator, that is colon. Whenever I say A of colon, all the contents of the list A will be copied to the list B. I can then print the contents of the list B. So there are 3 ways to copy the list. This will be your Viva question. Please follow. So there is a copy function. Using a copy function, you can copy 2 lists. Otherwise, you can assign one list values into the other list. Okay. And the third way is using a slicing operation. You can copy all the contents of the existing list to your new list. Am I clear? Please respond.
What is the slicing operation?
This is colon undi kada. So whenever you say this colon, this means that all the contents of the list, colon indicates it's all the elements of the list will be copied to your new list, that is B.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, it's a syntax, you have to remember that. Okay, can you please make a note of it? It will be your Viva question, please remember. రేపు నేను క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతానమ్మా. ప్లీజ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో త్రూ the content of the each class. First 10 minutes I'll be asking you questions. Are you done? Can I move on to the next slide? Can I move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everybody right? Done, right? See, there is one more thing, that is your nested list. Nested list means a list inside another list is known as a nested list. So I have taken here a list A with a set of integers, and there is one more list B which is containing an integer followed by another list, that is A. So you can nest the list in this way. So whenever I try to print B, see, you can see the output. I am getting two lists here, one nested inside the other. Please observe the syntax. There is an outer list. In that outer list, there is an element, an integer element followed by an inner list. You can observe this. So the output will be displayed in a similar fashion. So this is known as a nested list. And whenever I am trying to access print A of 1, the first element of the list A, that is your, it is not first. Whenever I say A of 1, it is 0, 1 index, right? So value 22 will be displayed. Similarly, whenever I try to say print B of 1, so B is your nested list. So whenever I say 1 is its 0th index element, and whenever I say 1 is its nested list. Whatever the list it has nested, that will be displayed whenever I try to say print B of 1. Please observe this very carefully. I am repeating it again. There is a list A with a set of integers, and there is one more list B with a value 1 as an integer followed by another list of values. So B is known as your nested list, and whenever I try to access B of 1, that is, I am trying to access the nested part of the list B. So that, which is nothing but one more list, and that list is getting displayed here. So similarly, with the next statement, whenever I say print B of 1 of 2, please observe this. B of 1 is nothing but my one more list which is nested inside your list B, and I am trying to access that list second index element. That means, what is the nested list here? The list A has the contents. What are the contents you have in list A? 10, 22, 33, 44, and 55. So whenever I am saying that B of 1 of 2, 1 is your nested list. Whenever I am saying 2, the index will be 0, 1, 2. So the element 33 will be displayed. Am I clear? Pranjan, today you are not speaking anything. No response from you. What's happening on your side?
Ma'am?
No, today you did not ask any doubt. Are you active or not?
Issue.
I cannot hear you. Can you please text me?
He's having network issue, it seems now.
Okay, network issue. Okay, fine. Please make a note of it. In the meanwhile, I'll be taking the attendance. Roll number 66.
Present, ma'am.
67.
Present, ma'am.
68.
Present, ma'am.
69.
Present, ma'am.
70.
Present, ma'am.
71.
Present, ma'am.
72.
Present, ma'am.
73.
Present, ma'am.
74. 75.
Present, ma'am.
76.
Present, ma'am.
77.
Present, ma'am.
78.
Present, ma'am.
79.
Present, ma'am.
80.
Present, ma'am.
81.
Present, ma'am.
82.
Present, ma'am.
83.
Present, ma'am.
84.
Present, ma'am.
85.
Present, ma'am.
86.
Present, ma'am.
87.
Present, ma'am.
88.
Present, ma'am.
89.
Present, ma'am.
90,
Present, ma'am.
91,
Present, ma'am.
92,
Present, ma'am.
93,
Present,
90,
ma'am.
94,
Present,
Present, ma'am.
95, 95 amma,
Ma'am, present, ma'am.
96,
Present, ma'am.
97,
Present, ma'am.
98, 99,
Present, ma'am.
A0,
Present, ma'am.
A1, A1 amma, A2,
Present, ma'am.
A3, A4,
Present, ma'am.
A5,
Present, ma'am.
A6,
Present, ma'am.
A7,
Present, ma'am.
A8, A8 amma, A9,
Present, ma'am.
B0,
Present, ma'am.
B1,
Present, ma'am.
B2,
Present, ma'am.
B3,
Present, ma'am.
B4,
Present, ma'am.
B5,
Present, ma'am.
B6,
Present, ma'am.
B7, B7
Ma'am,
amma.
present, ma'am.
Okay.
Network
B8,
issue. It is, ma'am.
B8,
Present, ma'am.
B9,
Present, ma'am.
C0,
Present, ma'am.
C1,
Present, ma'am.
C2,
Present, ma'am.
C3,
Present, ma'am.
C4,
Present, ma'am.
C5,
Present, ma'am.
C6,
Present, ma'am.
C7,
Present, ma'am.
C8, C8 amma.
Ma'am, present. Ma'am,
Okay. C9,
Present, ma'am.
D0.
Present, ma'am.
ఓకే ఒకసారి absentee చూడండి అమ్మా A1 A3 A8 absentees A1 A3 A8 ఓకే కదా
Madam, A1 present.
ఓకే సో A3 and A8 are absent అయిపోయిందమ్మా are you done with the copying part
yes, ma'am.
I want you people to execute all the programs till it is taught today for tomorrow's lab. I'll be asking you questions in the class and whatever the way you are answering, that will be carrying your Viva marks. I'm very serious about it. Please be present in the class, not physically. Akashi, what is your topic? I want to know. Did you remember the title
Ma'am.
of your topic?
Yes, ma'am. Resize
Yeah.
of images with Python in bulk.
Resize of images with Python
In bulk.
in bulk.
Yes.
BULK.
Yes.
Okay. That means how to resize an image using Python. What are the
I
libraries you have
searched,
to
ma'am.
use?
It's high level coding is coming, ma'am.
No. See, please don't get into the coding part. You just try to find the algorithm how to resize an image. First thing is step 1, how to read an image using a Python. So what is the software you will be using in order to read an image? An image is nothing but a set of pixels, and each pixel, how you are going to read it. Each pixel will have its binary equivalent value. Okay.
Okay.
The images can be they can be a colored image and a black and white image. Okay. In a
Okay.
black and white image, it will be the only two colors will be there. One is 0 and the other one is 255. 0 means black, 255 means white.
Okay.
Whereas in the case of a colored image, 0 to 255 values will be varying, like 1, 2, 3. It will be taking all the values from 0 to 250 because it happens to be a colored image. So you have to find out an algorithm how to read an image. And this algorithm, it will be again how to read a black and white image and also how to read a color image.
Colored image.
That's all. It's a very known topic, right? I don't say it's an easy topic, but it's a known topic. How are you not going to get anything in the net?
No, ma'am. Starting points I got, ma'am. Then the main topic points, how to resize images. It's long codes are coming, ma'am.
No, don't get into the coding part. Please get into the algorithm. In algorithm also, you go through the algorithm, and whatever the steps you are trying to understand, you please only draft those steps. and try to get a block diagram, how to enter an image, how to compress an image, and how to filter an image. All the things, their corresponding images will be there. What are the different steps which you will be following to filter an image? Because every image will have a noise part, and you are supposed to omit that noise part in order to filter that image. Then only you will be able to input that image.
Okay.
So once the filtering is done, you have to compress the image. And also, we are also very much interested in finding out the format of the image, because all the formats are not acceptable in Python. So there will be only some set of formats which will be accepted by a Python compiler. So you have to find out what are the set of image formats which are acceptable by the Python interpreter. That's all. You are done with the topic.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Like for this PPT, means for this tech talk, should we explain any problem like any question regarding any topic, like for Django or for Flask, where we don't know much about it, but I have many problems, means many like web designing things and options, and there and much coding is also there. So should I include that in the PPT or should I leave it for now?
Nanjan, actually, I did not get your question.
Like
Please.
there is
Can you
much
please let me know what is the title of your topic?
Django, ma'am.
It is Django. Okay. So I'm just sharing my idea. So whenever you are given the topic, you please just try to elaborate what is Django and what are its applications and what are its applications in real life and how the Django is working technically. You can have a block diagram for that. Whenever you go
I
for
have completed the features part and the block diagram part also, and the application part also, ma'am.
Okay, very good, very good.
But for the sake of 18 minutes video, should I include any coding part in it, ma'am? Because there is a lot of import things in that, so it is very difficult for me to import all those functions now.
Please don't do all that stuff. It's not required also. Whatever, if the coding is single piece of code, if you are able to interpret by yourself, then better you include that. If you are not able to interpret the coding, please don't include, because there is no point, right?
Yes, ma'am. I don't understand
It's
that
only
coding.
buying time, and I don't think it's required. Instead of that, you get into some technical details like Django, whether it is compatible with all the other softwares or not. Otherwise, you find out what are the list of softwares it is compatible with, what are the different compilers or interpreters it is working.
Ma'am, can I do comparison with other web development?
Sure. That is the best idea. You can do that. You can try to compare its equivalent competence in other domains and try to validate the features.
Okay, ma'am.
And you try to highlight your application, so that because it is when compared to these particular set of applications, it is trying to override the limitations when compared to other domains.
Yes, ma'am. I am writing all the advantages that it gives compared to other apps.
Yes, compared to other.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. What is the next class? What is your next class?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. Okay. I don't know what is this PIL. I never heard of it. Roll number C3, Amma.
Even my topic is related to resizing and manipulation with images.
Yeah, same
Which
thing.
number?
What I told
So when I
Kashi.
was researching on it,
Okay.
came across a function, ma'am, pillow.
Okay.
Pillow, ma'am. PIL.
Okay, fine.
So
See,
using
if you are
pillow,
able to understand, please put it. Otherwise, don't put whatever the things you just got it.
Ma'am, only describe about it, like we can use this thing, but we don't go into detail regarding it.
Yeah, because for your standards, because you are at a first level of your engineering, so whatever the things which you can understand and which you can apply. See, whenever you go through any topic, you will have fair idea of the topic. Please only interpret that fair idea. Don't get into all the technical details which you did not understand. It will be only trying to increase the size of your PPT, but of no use. So whatever the content you are trying to put, please put a meaningful content, which you can interpret, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Ray C3. Ray WhatsApp number. Give your WhatsApp number, Ray.
Don't worry, Kashif will give.
Kashif, tomorrow I'll be asking you questions. Be prepared. Whatever the things which are taught in the class today, your viva will be dependent on your tomorrow.
Arey ma'am, I am busy.
Yes, yes. No change in this.
Arey, I will make PPT, ma'am, today, please, ma'am.
Then you make the PPT and you have to brief me up your PPT tomorrow.
Arey, ma'am, Saturday I will tell ma'am, please, ma'am. One
Okay,
day chance give ma'am.
I want you to be present in the class. You are not there. That is the reason I'm insisting so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Present.
Ma'am, this 2 minutes video that you have given, ma'am,
Please,
is it like all teachers are going to implement the same idea, or is it just like particularly this subject?
I don't know about the other subjects because I'm not aware of it. What is the way they are following? Please check with them. This is the way I follow with Python. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, when is that given, ma'am? That 2 minutes giving.
From on Saturday, right? It will be starting from 10 o'clock and it will be till 4 o'clock.
Ma'am,
So
what
you'll be joining in the virtual room, and whoever comes first come first.
Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Can I leave, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.